I'm sorry, y'all. I forget y'all be... Y'all should be used to my lip gloss shenanigans when I start these lives. It's like I do it faithfully every time I start. Why? I don't know, but I do. Let's see. What you got? All right, Holy Spirit angel guys, what do we have? A blue butterfly. If at any time these readings resonate with you guys, please be sure to hit that like button, please and thank you. Oh, we got wisdom. Somebody's growing. What else? Somebody's been self-reflecting. Okay, they're seeing things differently. Oh, I feel like this person's whole perspective about life. Hold on, sorry. This person's whole perspective about life is changing. They're seeing things differently than they did before. Hi, Nisha. They're seeing things differently than they did before. And they're tapping in, being more grounded. So this could be Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Don't have to be. We have gift and we have heart. This person needs to open up their heart. Once they open up their heart, they're going to receive a gift. This can be a new love. It's new love. I'm feeling the energy of new love. So we're going to read on new love. Especially for those manifesting it. What else, Holy Spirit angel guys? This could be a past person coming in as new love too. But the energy is new love. Nice. Some of y'all got a timeline. By spring, this connection is going to come together. It'll either be by spring or it'll be that it'll start. Like, when I say union, I'm speaking of like when two people come together, right? So for some of you guys that's been going through a cycle with a person, that union is meaning that they've had time to grow in the time you've been apart. So you're going to see each other again. You're going to spend time. You're going to come out of no contact. And then some people are, hi guys, some people are coming into permanent union. So that permanent union, it's like they've gone through the cycles, the lessons that they needed. And now they are, they're surrendering and they've healed enough to be a partner in the connection. So springtime is the timeline for that. But this is new love entirely. Some of you guys, this is a brand new person you've never met before. So we're going to read on the energy of that person. But I feel like this is you guys' counterpart coming in if you haven't met your counterpart. When you meet your counterpart, you're going to go through different energies with them, but you're going to see growth as a result, and it's going to help you discover that they are your counterpart. Hold on, did I pass it up? Oh, 1:15. I'm hungry, y'all. What y'all eat today? What y'all eat today? We have rebuilding, awakening, and rebirth. So this message is for you guys. Even the wisdom where we started off, like, but see, for those of you guys that are new, it's all connected, right? So when you're dealing with a direction that you're going in life, somebody else is too. They're mirroring you. There's always someone mirroring you, whether you've met that person or not. And then when that person comes into your life, they are a mirror, right? Good. See, were you on TikTok, Nisha? You probably wasn't, but we put together that it is the energy in the air. It's for everybody. It's that heaviness. It's that like stress, anxiety. overwhelm, right? But it's the masculines. It's because the masculines are coming. That's their energy. So the cleanse is necessary. Cleanse you guys' energy. But like I said, it's connected. So, oh, you're a natural practitioner. So, with wisdom, we have somebody who's gained more wisdom about life, something that they were blind to before. They're seeing it differently. They're getting more grounded. They're self-evaluating, and it's like Spirit wants this person to open up their heart so that a gift can come in, right? Now, again, that's for people manifesting a new relationship entirely, or they're manifesting a past person to come back. But I feel like regardless of who it is, Spirit wants them to be open, both the feminine and the masculine. Don't go into a connection with brokenness or hurt from the past. Like, be open completely to it. So even if it's the past person coming back that you do want, you need to, thank you, Nani, you need to be open to that person as well, if you want that person back, right? It's not like you don't have to do anything you don't want to do, but it's like, if you had complications with somebody in the past and they're coming back changed, be open to them. We have spring, building, rebuilding, awakening, rebirth. So for some, it's the past person. For others of you, this is a rebuilding of your life, right? This is you have chosen a different direction. So everything you're leaving behind and you're starting this new journey for yourself. So in spring, that's when you'll have this rebirth. We have the reawakening of the earth is always inspiring. New life is on the horizon. It can be invigorating to witness the stirring of energy after a long rest. Spring tells you that it is time for new beginnings. It's the perfect time to launch a new project, or if there are things you previously put up on hold. The spring card suggests that now is an auspicious time to revisit them. You will bring a refreshed perspective to this project and a new level of energy that you didn't have before. Perhaps all that was needed was a new approach after some time away and a new burst of motivation and determination. Is there a project you want to launch that you previously ignored? So for some of you guys that's on this personal journey, this is for you, right? This is something that you wanted to do before, but maybe you lost the opportunity. Now you can rebuild it. You can rebuild it better than it was before because of the wisdom you've gained about it. This could even be just in who you are as a person. You want to change your life. You want more for yourself. You want to move in a different direction. So you're ready to let go of the past version of yourself. But maybe there was a time, like an example is like, let's say somebody wanted to be a veterinarian. I don't know why that came to my mind. Let's say they wanted to be that, work with animals, and their life was going down that path. It's like, maybe when they were in high school, they knew that they loved animals, and it was like, when I get out of high school, I'm gonna do this, da-da-da. But then maybe they got pregnant or they had children, and then their responsibilities changed. They had to get something quick. They didn't have the time to go to school or whatever veterinarians have to do to get that certified. Like, and it's not that we can't do it. Sometimes we choose not to because of like where we are. Like I chose to be a stay-at-home mom because I wanted to be with my kids, not because I didn't want to work. It was like I didn't want my kids to be in anybody's care. I'm still like that. Like, I fight with myself every time because if I hear their dad yell at them, I get pissed off. Like, I don't even like their dad taking care of them, but that's their dad. Like, you know, he has as much rights as I do over them. So it's like, and I know he does it out of love for them. He cares for them. He's not doing it to be mean sometimes, maybe, but whatever. They're in good care with him. I just don't like it. Right? So it's like a lot of things I let slip by in my life because I had a kid at 18. So I chose whatever path was gonna lead me to them being like with me. But that meant I had to sacrifice going to school or working a 9 to 5 or dabbling into other hobbies that I had. Yep. And the time you may have lost. Yep. So that was worth it to me, right? But so I'm like a late bloomer. So I did everything backwards. And then when I finally got out of that marriage and I wanted a new life, I took my kids with me, but it was a very huge burden because I didn't have a job. I didn't have nothing, right? But I am resourceful. So I had to find my resources, and then I had to make a plan and, build myself up with them. And it's out of me loving them that they're with their dad. With their dad right now. So he's helping me, but I'm gonna get them back. That was my rebirth. That was the old life I had to leave behind to have this new one. I had to figure out who I wanted to be, the newer version of me, right? So that's like with this energy where it's like, even if your life didn't go in a direction that you had hoped in the past because life happened, things changed, or you made a decision out of codependency, we all have reasons to why we do things. Like sometimes our parents is to blame because they're the ones that either failed us or they didn't teach us everything or they sheltered us from everything. They're not perfect. They had their own trauma, so they passed it down to us, right? So we can't help that we have that conditioning and that like it affects the way we make decisions. But when we come to a certain point, we have to take accountability for that. Like, okay, at some point, even though I was damaged, messed up, I can still choose who I want to become and how I become that person. That was my moment, right? When my marriage was like, it's going to be difficult, but I want to be a different person. I want to have a different life. I want a different type of love. I don't want this love. It was a love that I had, but it wasn't the love I wanted, right? So I went and created that life. That was the project. This is what's happening for some of you guys. It's that you're starting this journey. So that means that you are probably about to meet your counterpart at some point because you're starting your journey to rebuilding yourself. That means they're also rebuilding parts of themselves as well. And you're not going to be learning the same lessons. You're going to be learning the lessons that you need in order to be that partner in this connection for the new version of yourself. Because you haven't been that person yet. The person you are becoming. So you are in your becoming right now. We have lavender. One more. Then we'll get into the tarot. 37. While I hear I like to eat apples and bananas. Oh my God. Who want to eat apple and bananas? Or y'all talking about or y'all talking about not so PG-13 apples and bananas? My goodness. Anyway, so we have lavender. Tranquility, kindness, self-care. Lavender is a popular green witchcraft herb, often associated with peace, tranquility, rest, and relaxation. Its stress relieving properties makes it the perfect herb to use in various self-care applications such as a bath or essential oil. Nisham, you said that you do, where is it? You're a natural practitioner, so you know about the lavenders, huh? Maybe some of you guys need lavender. Carry it around you for protection when it comes to your self-care, your energy. I'm taking this part of this reading for myself because like I feel like my spiritual hygiene has been bad. Like I need to get back into my crystals. I need to get back into lighting my candles and cleansing my home, saging. It really matters. It makes a difference. Even when it comes to our bath time. Like that's the time to meditate. And then when it's simple. You don't need to really buy nothing, but you can fancy it up. You can get some Epsom salt, put some lavender, roses, all that stuff in your water. It's all intention. It's intentional. And then you can picture all that negativity just removing itself off of you. That's the easiest way to cleanse, man or woman. If you don't want to take a bath as a man, you can be under the shower. Just sit under the shower. Let it hit your head. Let it run down your body. But picture it, all the stress, anxiety, all the negative emotions, everything removing itself out of your body. Cleanse it, right? Good. Me too. Because this energy is crazy. But y'all, it's not just, I really feel like y'all got haters too. Like, it's really not the masculine. The masculine is frantic. The masculine is like, oh my God, I gotta, they're like that. But you got people that are like, you got people that are doing that. They hating. Say hating. Oh my God, I'm patting my weave. Pat your weaves, ladies. Pat your weaves. Y'all remember that song? Look, Nani, you got me over here. Look. So anyways, self-care. Self-care is important right now, right? Take a moment to consider whether you've been kind or enough to yourself lately. The lavender card is a great reminder to take stock of how you treat yourself. Remember that kindness comes in many forms. You may have been critical of yourself or your body lately. Maybe you have been driving yourself too hard without eating or sleeping properly. I ain't been sleeping properly or eating properly. Some of y'all too. Take a moment for yourself to restore your equilibrium. This is a great time to re-examine your life to see what changes you could make to facilitate less stress in general. What area of your life needs kindness right now? You know that's so on point because, hey, Key. Oh, you haven't been able to sleep? You snacking on you? That's on point because, remember, well, on TikTok, I was telling them how I was trying to upload videos today. I couldn't, like, and I know my storage is not full, but it keeps showing up like that. And I'm like, you know what? This reading is hidden because it's like, I think that spirit way of telling me to like, calm down a little bit. Maybe I'm overdoing it. You get me? I'm thinking that I'm having to do so much when I don't have to. I just need to do things differently. Because sometimes too, I forget I could just go live. Like if I don't feel like doing pre-recordings, I could just go live with y'all. And I forget that I could do that. So it could make things easier to where I'm still showing up, but I'm rested because I'm not creating videos all day long. And then because it's already difficult, it's not the messages. The messages is easy, but it's me doing it off of my phone and then dealing with the storage and then uploading. That takes more of my day and my time, right? But sometimes it's like until I can transfer out into where I deal with my computer, I have to deal with it like that. But some days I don't have to do videos that way. I can just go live and not have to worry about uploads because it's going to already be uploaded, right? You get what I'm saying? So that's just an example of how it's working in my life. But to me, I don't always see self-care and rest as like you quit, you just stop and take a full-on break. Because if you stop, that means every time like something gets heavy, you take a break, you're going to keep falling down Because it's like, at one point are you going to push through that and then have a system, a structure to it? You have to have a system and a structure to it. So it's about balancing, working and taking a break, but still continuing, still keeping consistent. Hey boo. Oh, I was about to say hey boo butterflies. Oh, you guys are blue butterflies. I'm tripping because I'm reading it. Hi boo butterflies, Ayana. I really feel like it's the energy. I feel like this is how a masculine talk. Like when he don't know what to say. When he don't know what to say, he just say stuff. He just say stuff. I think that's where my spiritual gift is. It's enhancing too, because I think that sometimes I lack awareness that I'm picking up on energy because I can't explain it. Like, why am I feeling like this? I feel loopy. Like, I feel like I'm drunk. Like, I've been drinking. You get me? I haven't been drinking. I feel like that, and I feel like my words just ain't coming out how they typically come out. Loopy. All right, let's get into tarot. Tell me about this energy. I kind of want a fun deck. Let's do this one. Let me see. I'm not ready for this one. This one seems like it's really powerful. And I don't know it yet. Hold on. I'm gonna use two. Hold on, where's the other one? Oh, here we go. All right, tell me about this energy, Holy Spirit, angel guides. I'm glad you like it, Ayana. That's why it's called Coffee with She on Tarot. Sip on your coffee or your tea, because we're going to be talking over here. Okay, we got the Chariot, Cancer energy. We are moving forward. Love it. This person is moving forward. They are taking charge, action of their life, and they have a peace about it. They're really, really happy, right? Because it's like this person is starting to feel like their journey is becoming magical, but they're creating that magic because they're getting to know themselves, their light energy and their shadow energy, and they're deciphering it. They're understanding it in its power, right? Thank you, Key. They're I already said that. They're discovering its power, like how their light energy benefits them and how their shadow energy benefits them and how to utilize it. Because when you are using both energies, you're not fighting each other. You're not fighting yourself. You're using that energy to move towards a direction, right? So you become that master when you start willing things. That's where the magic comes in. So the Chariot is the practical part of the magician. This is how the magician manifests and use magic, is by using their willpower, by targeting a specific direction and moving towards it. They're creating it, right? But you need willpower to create. You need to be able to push yourself through it. So even when you don't feel like doing it, push through it. Even if you're scared to fight, push through it. Because eventually it becomes, the willpower isn't about like, using willpower isn't about like what you'll have as a result of it, but it's what it does. what it's what creates, because you got to take action, but you have to have the will for it, right? So it's different components to manifesting, but your willpower is a huge point, because you also got to believe, you also have to know. You can have the willpower, but you also have to pursue, take action. So the willpower is targeting the energy of action. I'm going to take action to move forward, right? In a balanced way, balancing out my duality. So this person is integrating with themselves in a way where it's like, even though they have two sides to them, they're one person, but those two sides come together as one. Their duality might just even be coming together as like a new identity as well. It's like this person might be showing up in both energy at the same time as well. Tell me more about the Chariot. Tower. Why is the Tower here? Ooh, this person is moving out. Somebody could be moving out, like out of a home to a new location, but they're moving out the city, moving out the lifestyle. They're changing. Their old way of thinking has been destroyed, or it's coming, it's like this destruction is happening. It's coming to a place of being destroyed, and everything in it, right? You see how the fingers are touching? This tower was already on the verge of tipping over. This person was already having their boiling point where it was just like, you know what? Just one more straw and then I'm about to lose it. So, oh, I'm so excited for you, Nani, because I remember when you was thinking about it, you using that willpower, and guess who the Chariot? Cancer. Cancer. You using that magic. So now this tower moment, it's like kicking everything out the way, right? It's destroying relationships. And I feel like because this person is moving forward, they're moving away. It's actually really good that they're moving away. Hey, Rosario. I hope that's how you say your name. They're moving away from this chaos, this rocky foundation that they've had before, because they're trusting the universe. The universe is leading them. They're going on a whole new adventure, right? So it's like this is a whole different part of life for them. This person's never done this before. Because I really feel like someone's moving away, like someone's going to move out of their house and go live somewhere else, in a different city, a different state, a different environment, to where it's like they're leaving everything behind. And that's their fresh start. The universe is telling them to do that because remember the reading we had on TikTok? It was like, it was a character who they listened to the guidance that spirit gave them, and they outsmarted everybody that tried to pull them down, bring them down, because it's like people thought that person wasn't going to make it. They weren't going to become anything, but they did at the same time. They were threatened by it, right? So it's like people want confirmation that you're beefing with them, but they're beefing with you because they're focused on you. So when you're not focused on them and you're elevating, they're jealous of it. They're upset. They feel like you're taking something from them. But then it's like this character was being warned and shown things along their journey to where they got really good at detecting it, when people were either trying to attach themselves onto what they were building so they could have a piece of it when it becomes successful, where people was trying to use them, where people were being fake, smiling in their face but hating them behind their back. They were seeing how people were very, very deceptive around them. And spirit, even if this person was like attached to those negative energies in a way where no, it's because you're powerful. And even if you guys were attached to those energies where it's like you gave them a chance, you were trying to be their friend, you saw the goodness in them, but you still saw something else there, it's like you still was told how to get out of that situation peacefully, right? To where they can't say anything about you separating yourself, because that was a form of protection. When they can't say you did anything wrong because you didn't go off, you didn't fight with them, they have to leave you alone, and they have to look at themselves. Even if they watch all your social media, even if they study you, right? It's like that person's gonna always get karma for the fact that they're sending energy towards you. They'll never get to where you're getting if they're just studying you and being envious of you. But if they're studying you and then they're learning from you and they tap into their own power, that means that they change, because negativity don't win. You can't tap into your power if you're negative. So it's like, if they actually learn from you and they change, then you just converted someone. You get me? So it's like they don't really hate you. They were jealous of you, of what you could attain for yourself. But then if you inspired them to get that, that don't mean you gotta take them back into your life either. But you just made a better person into the world, because they turn hate into admiration. So either way, you're still protected and you still win. No one can take or steal what is yours. No take backs, period. No one can steal or take what is yours. Like, those are your ideas. Those are your messages. That's your calling. So it's like, it's protected. So we can't worry about who like us and who don't like us, just how we're showing up for ourselves. But this character learned how to move through the situation, so they're moving because the universe is guiding them and they're excited. But this new beginning is coming in quickly. It's coming in very, very quickly. Ayana, they be, some of them be the worst ones. That's them karmic energies. That's that ego. You can't have ego in love. People with egos are dangerous. Like, I don't trust no motherfucker's ego. If I see your ego off rip, I'm staying away from you, because you're envious. You're envious. And you're entitled. I hate entitled energies. Like some people, they blatantly try to use you. They only want you around when it benefits them. And then when they're around their other friends or their other groups, they try to like throw you under the bus. They try to make you look small. How you want something I have and then you try to make me look small in front of your friends? Like, you don't fuck with me for real. You a snake. You been a snake from the beginning. So it's like you gotta remove yourself quickly when you see that. Because them type of people, it's like you being so deceptive like that, thinking that you're not being seen. What else are you hiding? Somebody like that to me is very wicked. I don't trust no... Once I see your ego, I don't give a fuck. I don't trust you. Stay away from me. And I don't even have to tell you I see your ego. I'm just gonna move like I see your ego, and I'm moving away. But you get to the point where it's like, once your intuition tell you, it's a wrap. You ain't even gotta question your intuition. You just know, yeah. Because you've already seen it in other people. So by the time you get to somebody who got a real wicked ego, because it's like, people be narcissistic and they don't think they're a narcissist. But those be the ones with the biggest egos, because they feel entitled to your energy. They're possessive. So they're really an opportunist. They're not a friend, but they'll disguise themselves as a friend. They'll even be vulnerable with you, open up, because they don't give a fuck about themselves and how people think about them. So they think that that'll get you to open up, and then you open up. Then when they want to talk about you behind your back, they start telling your business, spreading rumors, lies, da-da-da. When you see that somebody's ego is huge and you don't trust them, don't pretend like you don't see that. They do. Spirit always tell me, shut your mouth. There's nobody that have nothing on me that I care about them saying. Nothing. Don't tell it if you care about it. Don't tell it if it's like, you get me? Because even if I move fast in a friendship, half the time I already know why I'm there. I already know if I'm going to stay there for a long time or not. Because I already know what energy I'm in, and it's a reflection of me in that moment. And when I'm ready to move away from that energy, you will get left. You will get left. If you're not trying to grow, you get me, you're going to get left. Because I just enjoy it at this point. So when they betray me, I just be like, oh, okay, there goes my cue. Exit. I'm glad for the time that we spent. Thank you. The devil is misunderstood. I like that. I agree. His mask fell slam off. Ooh, see? Ooh, I love this. This person is following their intuition. They've had a breakthrough. They have full clarity about where they're going. See, and remember, Spirit told them to open up their heart because something is coming in. And we had wisdom that came out. This high priestess has a lot of wisdom. They know who to let in, and they know who to close the door to. And this high priestess knows that she has access. She has access to the divine, right? And she's going to make decisions based off of truth. What's true to her, what's authentic to her. And then she knows who to let in because she'll study that person. She'll observe, and she knows who to close the door on. But she had to learn that on her journey through those betrayals. So what people use for negativity against her, she used for power. 6 of Wands. So her intuition is telling her she's going to be successful. They're telling her what path to go down, right? What's going to be best for her. And this is the path she's going down. She wants to be successful. So there's something that she does she wants to be successful at, that she's manifesting. But Spirit wants her to know it's going to take some time. She has to have patience. Because right now, this part of her journey is, even though she's moving forward, this adventure is teaching her. This adventure is teaching her patience. She's going to learn real wisdom, get stronger. It's going to teach her consistency. And how to be balanced. Again, with that Chariot. So most of all, it's also going to teach her about how to, like, what an emperor looks like. She has to become her own emperor first. So because she's taking charge of her life, she's leading her own way, right? That's her tapping into her masculine energy. So in this storyline, this is her going in her journey to pull on her masculine energy. So you know what? She might not have met her divine counterpart yet. Unless she's already been through this process and she's tapped into her masculine energy, because in order for her to attract the masculine, she has to be in her masculine energy, taking care of herself, providing, pushing through, organizing, making a plan, sticking to it until it comes into fruition. We have Justice, Queen of Swords, 7 of Wands, 6 of Swords, 3 of Wands, 7 of Cups, the Hangman. All right. This Justice is her, though. She's the one serving karma. Her truth, oh, she's going to tap into the Queen of Swords energy. Now, maybe some of you guys already been here. You're at a different part of your journey. But you've already started this thing. You've been moving in this direction. But at a point in your journey, it's going to come to where your words are going to hurt people. Thank you, Yellow Rose. Hi, Anthony. Hi, Callie 29. But it's like her words, what she say, her honesty, just even her authentic self is going to trigger people. It's going to cut them. It's that energy of like, you know, if you post something, you already know who's going to be triggered by it. Because you could have an inclination they're going to feel you're talking about them, but you're not. You just might resonate with something, right? Or maybe you're posting something that you resonated with in the past, and then somebody else gets offended by it, and it's like they reveal themselves because it's like that wasn't even for you. You wasn't even a thought, but it's like you're taking it personal. You get me? Or somebody always be quick to say like, who you talking about? What you got going on? That's how you be knowing them people too who be monitoring you, because like you post something and they want to be in your business about it. Like, why are you watching me so hard? Meant for you then, exactly. But people will just be triggered by you doing you. They're trying to figure you out, trying to figure out. It's like they're taking you personally, like you're trying to show off, or you're trying to show that you're better than them. But it's like you're just growing, and they think you're trying to outdo them. But it's just karmic justice. It's like you're only going to get more and more powerful. And your manifestation will be successful. You just have to understand that it's going to take time. If you give up on the manifestation because it gets hard, it's not gonna come together. Because although the universe promised you it, the universe said you also have to use your willpower and move forward. You also have to have patience, but it's guaranteed. But if you don't do that work, you're not gonna have it. It's all on you. Most posts be a random message for the collective. Exactly. But people be watching you so hard. We have 3 of Wands. Your growth triggered them. Because it's like I told y'all, it's like the way y'all show up, right? Your image, we all have to have an image, and we got to protect that. You protect your reputation, your name. So that's why Spirit already told you. Spirit shows you who's deceptive, what's going on, so you can know how to operate, and your power grows strong. So it's like it becomes more and more clear. So you don't spend a long time there, because you're like, I already know what's happening. I already know what's happening. Because you're learning how to protect yourself, but you're learning how to see deception. That's your shadow energy. Your shadow energy can see it, because your shadow energy is dark. It can see deception if it understands deception, because it knows how to be deceptive as well, right? You don't need to be a psychic to know that. Because we're all a reflection. So you are meant to trigger people, and it's just by you growing. Your growth is going to trigger people. So you also have to understand that. But don't keep going. See that weight that we feeling? Remember, like, my back is hurting again. We did that little Reiki. That shit didn't last. My back is hurting again. I'm gonna go take a bath after this. But it's like, you see how they carrying that child? Some people could be parents doing this work with their children. So their children is like their motivation. But I also feel like that's the weight of those people being triggered because of your growth. So it's like you have to also fight through that. Spirit is like, you're going to feel it, but don't let that make you give up. That's going to be an obstacle in the way, because people are projecting their energy. So your strength has to grow to the point where it don't matter and you speak your truth, right? Like, typically, I don't feel people's energies all the time, but I feel it if it's really, really close to me, right? Or if I'm not taking care of myself, like eating and and drinking my water, because I do read energy, I have to have energy. So there's still things that are vital for our bodies. Like, you got to also understand that if you're not eating right or sleeping right, those things still affect you. Everything ain't always spiritual, where it's like, oh, somebody's attacking me. Sometimes it's also that, like, your body is just not energized enough. It doesn't have any fight because it has unhealthy patterns that needs adjustment, right? But it doesn't mean somebody isn't attacking you. But it's like, it's important for you to have that balance with your physical body as well, which again is the duality, mind, body, soul. You got to protect it all, because your body is your machine. So if it's not fueled properly, it's going to malfunction. There's that part of it too. Your health matters. And then the spiritual part, if it's already malfunctioning in your body, then it's going to weigh you down even more. So you can fight the energy off, but it's going to be more difficult because your body is already wear and tear. But if you keep your body healthy, if you keep your body ready for battle, 9 out of 10, you won't feel the spiritual attacks because your body is already strong and your spirit is already strong. You get me? So even if people looking, you don't care. You don't, you're not, they're not a thought. They're not a thought. You're going to have people heartbroken over your love that you come in. They're going to be jealous of the union you come into because they feel like they're the ones left out. They don't have love. But these are people who choose to stay in toxic cycles, or they get into relationships really quickly. Like, y'all know them people that don't do no inner work. They don't, like, try to heal. They just attach onto another person. They're very karmic, but they think that they're not karmic. So they attach onto anybody that's going to give them love. And then they blame that person. They don't do any reflection. But you end up getting the love that you truly want because you did the inner work. You have this peace. And see, Spirit is also protecting this union because it's like you both can't let people come into your world and control it. If you got a partner who's a people pleaser and they always doing other things for other people, they're going to always put you last. You're going to get the least of them because they don't love themselves. They're supposed to worry about their immediate family. You become one, right? So it won't work. But those people don't do that. They just attach for codependency. They don't want to be alone. But if you had to be alone so that you can have peace, you chose that. 10 of Pentacles, this character did. 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles. You said that, or this feminine said that they have a dream now. They have a vision for themselves. Not with another person. Their vision is, I want peace. I want success. I want to be successful and I want to leave something behind that I can pass down to my children, that I can be proud of, that I created. And it's 818. Oh my God. That's new love. That's my number for new love. Like 1111 is twin flame, but 818 is new love. And that's my counterpart number as well. So it matches with the reading when I said I'm about to encounter that counterpart. But see, with this, we're not getting that counterpart energy coming out right now. Spirit is focused on y'all. Because I feel like even if you guys want this new love to come in, you are focused. You need that message right now to know that you are building something new for yourself. It is going to be successful, and to keep pushing towards it, and to know what to expect along the way so that you can keep going when you come into that adversity, so that you have no delusions about it. Because when it's not happening, when things aren't coming and you're not seeing it, you're not supposed to lose hope. Because remember, he said, if you stop working on it, then you won't get it. But if you keep working on it, you will. because you working on it is teaching you how to take care of it when you have it. So you also have to learn self-confidence, right? You're pushing yourself out there. Now you're in the world. Like in my case, I'm on the internet. So many different people can see me that I can't see. Anybody can watch me, right? I have to carry myself a certain way. Some people are going to judge me. Some people are going to leave nasty comments. Like, I'm not, I know what's going to happen. I ain't worried about it. But if I didn't have enough confidence, I wouldn't be able to come on here and be me. And that's the other thing. People can change you, right? When you're online, because they scrutinize you, or like I told you, there's been some people trying to tell me about my readings. Like, I'm not for everyone. I'm not supposed to be. And I know that. If I was trying to please everybody, then I would be like, okay, I'm sorry. Let me do it your way, or that's impossible. The only person I'm supposed to please is me. The right people are going to be attracted to me because that's what I'm attracting, a certain type of audience. I don't want to attract people who aren't my audience. I don't want to attract people who don't want to heal, who don't want to grow, who don't take accountability, who blame others, who's controlling. That is not my target audience. That's not the type of energy I read. Like, I'm like a therapist. When you go with a session with a therapist, it's so that you can heal. So it's like you're seeking their advice, right? But instead, it's like I'm talking about you guys' problem and I'm giving you the advice, but it's spirit's advice. So if I didn't know myself, people would be controlling my readings with their energy. I have to set the stage. I have to be in charge. I have to take control. This is what I've built, right? So that's what this feminine has to go through. She has to be by herself because this is her vision. And she has this vision for her and only her. Like, not saying she don't want a partner. Her vision can include a partner, but she doesn't have a face to that partner. She doesn't, because that partner is going to have his own set of like dreams, desires. They're going to have to compromise and put it together. But if she knows what she's looking for in a stable relationship based off of what she's building for herself, she's not going to get off track and then meet somebody and then submit to what they want for her life out of chemistry. Compassion is like, I can love you, but you're not aligned to me. I gotta go. She's focused and dedicated to her, and her person will be focused and dedicated to her, right? So she has to be confident that she can become this Queen of Pentacles. She can be successful on her own. She's gonna master her craft. And she's gonna be hella tired. She's gonna be hella tired. She's gonna have to release a lot. The trauma, this is where the trauma is healing on her journey. This is her journey, right? She's gonna have to release a lot of connections. She's gonna cry. She's gonna be sad. But it's like, let it come up. Let it come up. Work through it. Move through it. Hi, Irene. Process, right? Don't hold it in. It's supposed to come out. And that releasing, guess what? It's like, that releasing is, you're going to get so far away from who you used to be. Because it's like you're releasing the past more and more and more. Thank you, Irene. More and more and more every day you're releasing, and then you're being set free because you're not carrying the baggage, you're not carrying the shame, you're not carrying, because if you're proud of who you've become, who can shame you? Even while you are, like, I be real with y'all, I be telling y'all, like, I am not 100% where I want to be. I'm still working, but it's coming in more and more and more as I'm doing the work, as I'm making the progress. And you guys see the changes. It's evident. My channel has grown so much. It's changed so much because I've been learning how to run it as well. So Spirit knows what he's doing, where it's like, I already know my whole destiny. Y'all think I don't? Y'all think I don't? You know, Spirit, I'm working for the universe. I'm on assignment. So I'm in the loop with what I got, and I'm seeing it at every turn. It's manifesting. It's manifesting. But Spirit always told me, like, it's going to be hard. Right now, Spirit has me sat down. I don't have a car. My car broke down. And I want to go outside so bad. But it's the reason why he got me sitting down. And there was another job opportunity I was about to take. But it was going to take away from me doing Coffee with She and Tarot. Spirit told me keep doing it. Now, I'm there again. Now, the momentum is back up. My reach is going higher and higher and higher. So if I was disobedient, I would be stagnant. But the universe is going to take care of you. The universe is going to show you. The universe is going to help you grow into who you're becoming. But you got to learn lessons. You got to learn how to master your craft. And you will. It's going to get easy. So nothing is by accident, right? Yes, the universe is spirit. Your angel guides, your ancestors, they're all working together for your good. Yep, the releasing, it hurts. It's a part of it. But ultimately, you feel good because you're gaining your freedom. So this journey, this self-discovery journey is also about, you see how she just have like a little knapsack? Like, where's her suitcase? Where's her car? She's just traveling with a little knapsack. She probably just got some ponytail holders for her hair in there. Right? And look, the dog is biting her. The dog is like, wait, no, don't do that. But she got no care in the world. She's a free spirit. So your job is to be free. Put down the baggage. People's expectation, that's baggage. Right? What people want of you. You're not here to serve them. You're here to serve yourself. I do Coffee with She and Tarot because it is self-serving for me. It's not out of power. It's out of care, right? Me being a nurturer. Me loving to help other people heal. No one's making me do it. I could do something else, but my heart is called to do it. It's my calling. I would miss it if I don't do it. I would always think about it if I don't do it. It's like being in a relationship, right? Always wondering what if, or always reaching for it, wanting it, longing for it. So, yep, service to people. That's my mission. That's a part of who I am. So showing up, creating, that's not the burden. The burden is the damn uploading period. So your journey is not going to be 100% easy, but you're going to get there. What else, Spirit? And the relationship going to come. Because you're going to love some people along the way. You're not just going to love one person. You're going to love a couple different people until you get to your person, but they're a part of your experience because each of them taught you something about yourself. Each of them gave you something that you realized mattered to you, and each of them also taught you what the hell you don't want to settle for. So they were practice, but the love was real. But it don't mean that like you want that love permanently, or I heard a noise, or that's the type of love that you want. We don't all love the same, and all of our love is at different frequency. There is a highest form of love. That's the divine counterpart. So everyone you love, everyone you meet, they won't be a divine counterpart. But it's about the experience for your growth. And what it does, it teaches you how to make better choices for yourself in love. So it all revolves back around you. And it teaches you how to work in a partnership, because when you truly love someone, you make changes for that connection, for that relationship, even if it's stressful. Okay, here comes the King of Swords. I was trying to end this live, but now here comes the new love. So take it as it resonates. Some of you guys already been through this. Some of you guys, this will be your first time going through it. You haven't met this person yet, but see, we just looked at what the feminine was healing through. So as she's healing through that, this is what's leading her to her person. That's why Spirit is like, just go where I'm taking you. She has to move. This move is a part of her meeting her person. She has to move from where she is, right? Her person is taking up some responsibilities. He's a King of Swords archetype. Could be an air sign, don't have to be an air sign, but this is a man with the plan. This is someone you can count on. This is someone who's going to take charge and take action. Once they have clarity, they're all in, right? And she gets him when she becomes this full-blown Queen of Pentacles. So even if she's not a Queen of Pentacles archetype, it don't matter, right? Earth energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. My belief is that you go through these different kings and queens. The Queen of Pentacles is the last one, right? Mostly what I'm seeing now, that's the feminine journey to take. She has to become the Queen of Pentacles. And then she's the full-blown Empress. So this is the end of her journey before she becomes that Empress. When she's that Empress, she's ready for love. So this King of Swords come back in when she's this Queen of Pentacles. This love that she's meant to have. But they had to go on a journey too. It's like they had to choose her. They had to change for her. They had to evolve for her. They had to pick her. She was supposed to just do what she was supposed to do, be that Queen of Pentacles, but it's his job to pursue her. So I feel like before this masculine meets this Queen of Pentacles, on his journey, he knew what he wanted. He knew what kind of person he wanted to settle down for. He wanted somebody who is emotionally open. So that Queen of Cups that she is. Did the Queen of Cups come out, or am I just saying that? I don't remember. Well, this is saying what he wants, right? He's saying that I want someone who's gonna love me. Someone who will pour into me, invest in me. But he just wants her love. He's like, I'll take care of everything else. King of Cups. Here goes the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. Knight. He knows what it feels like to not be loved. This masculine is a lover boy. But see, he's not going to show that part of himself. Remember I said they're going to have different things that they learn on their journey. So he's going to learn that. He's going to learn how to open up his heart again, be a King of Cups, but it's like hidden. He is a King of Cups, but it's hidden because he comes off as a King of Swords, a man with a plan, rather than someone who's emotionally open or vulnerable. For her, I feel like she came in as a Queen of Cups, and she needed to learn how to be more of a Queen of Swords. You get me? So they needed to switch in what they had to tap into. So that's what made their journey a little different, but it was the same. They just had to balance out themselves, which end up being them balancing out each other, right? Makes sense? So that's how their journey is going to go, but they're meant to be together. So when this masculine meets her, she's his manifestation because he wants someone who's loving, giving. And then that's where he realizes that he needs to become this King of Wands. He needs to be confident. And there's certain battles he's going to have to fight, things he's going to have to work through, decisions he's going to have to make. That's going to require a lot of strength, inner strength. So they awaken each other, but the timing that they meet, they weren't ready for union. There's things that still have to take place before union. It's going to look like this connection was at a loss, but it's not. It's not. It just needed to finish out the work that it had to do. Both needed to, it's more of a mindset shift, change, because both needed to walk away from things that was keeping them stagnant, do things differently. So everything was a reflection of what needed to change. So an example of that is like when you're trying to attach to someone, they keep ghosting you, they're not connecting, but you like them. So you try not to think about it that way and you try to hold on, give them opportunities. But then it's like eventually when you keep running into that type of energy, you learn like, okay, let me not do that. I need to be more strict. So the first time somebody do something like that, I give them that opportunity to explain. Then when I see that it's a pattern, the second time you do it, I'm out of there, right? I'm not gonna wait 5, 6 times, 7 times until I make the decision, because that's something that that person had to realize, that that's a pattern in themselves. Like, this person isn't changing, and you keep giving them the benefit of the doubt. That's why you keep attracting this type of connection, because you keep doing the same thing in the connection. So break that pattern. Somebody's supposed, if just know that something shouldn't be difficult. If it's being difficult, let it go. Yep, they will be together when they morph into their into their true selves, because their true selves complement each other. There's parts of her that she's really great at, that she excelled, and there's parts of him that he's really great at, that he's already excelled in. But her journey helps her to become more like them just for what she's pursuing, and his journey helps him become more like her for what he's pursuing, but she awakens him. So then when they both finish it out, they come together. Yeah. But they have to strip away. They're going to lose a lot before they come into union with this connection, not with each other. They don't lose with each other. They lose a lot for the life that they're leaving behind, the problems that they've had to face, the challenges that they've gone through, because they had to shed away their old self, everything. They couldn't be together until they both shed their old skin. You get me? So even when they met, it wasn't time for them to be together, but they met so that they could trigger each other into more healing, into more growth, to balance out that feminine masculine aspect of themselves. With the twin flame, which I believe is a different connection, right? I don't believe in it in the way other people teach it, but with the twin flame, it reflects the light shadow aspect of that yin yang duality. So the twin flame point out the shadow energy, the fears, the doubts, the trauma, the hidden deceptions, right? You have to come into balance with that version of yourself if you're the light twin, the empath. Then you meet the counterpart. The counterpart, you become the reflection of your own masculine, feminine energy. Because when you were dealing with the twin flame, you were dealing with wounded energy. So you, if as a female, you could have been the masculine energy and your twin was the feminine energy. You're the overgiver. Masculines give. That's why they're the ones that choose. But the feminine is receptive to it. She chooses too, but it's more so of a response to her being chosen. There's a lot of people that want me, but I don't want them. They choose me, but I don't choose them. So I have a say so in it. You get me? The feminine still chooses, but it's the masculine that goes and seek her. That's that's the masculine who wants love, who's ready for love. Hey, loyalty. Exactly, Nisham. So that's what their journey is about. They have to get rid of those fears of being judged, of being vulnerable. They have to get rid of that. So when you understand it from that perspective, it's like, oh, they're on a journey, just like I'm on a journey. That's the only way the connection's gonna come together. Divine, you have to work for divine love, because you have to work on yourself. Most people don't get it because they don't work on themselves, because it's too hard. It is hard. Hey, Desta. We almost done too. Oh, you Destiny on here. But see, the good thing is over here, you guys have the live replays. So even if you missed the live, you could always just rewatch it from the beginning, right? Versus the TikTok, I put that in the Patreon. But they both had to strip away their old self and everything that came with it. Then they could cling to each other, right? They both have a full rebirth. But here's the other part. They also had to end that cycle with themselves. So remember, this is new love being manifested for some of you guys. So this is how your dynamic is going to go with this person. You're being told the energy so you can recognize it because it's a counterpart. This person is going to be in a toxic cycle that they need to work through, but they're not going to be toxic to you, not intentionally. They're not going to purposely hurt you. They're just going to be holding back. But it's because they are observing you. They're observing the situation there, and then you're awakening them. So they know that they have to change in order to be in a connection with you, but they're not going to be perfect on the journey. Their conflict is going to be created from a lack of communication, but you have to learn lessons in that connection. That's why, right? And when that time comes in for you guys, the energy is going to come out. So you guys are going to learn that lesson. But it's going to lead to a rebirth. Because even on that journey, you're going to have an unraveling of like, this person is my counterpart. I know that they're my counterpart. Even if I try to resist the connection, fight, walk away, the person who mess up, they're going to fight for it. They're going to fight for it in the energetic realm before their 3D self catch up, because their 3D self is doing the work, but they're not going to let you go. And it's because they imprint on you, right? The masculine knows his feminine when he meets her. He might not know that he knows it's her, but he's going to come to the understanding and the conclusion that it's her, because something in him will be triggered that no other feminine can trigger, not even his twin flame. You get me? Because the twin flame is still a toxic connection. But the divine counterpart, it's filled with pure love. It feels like home. It feels warm. The twin flame feels like home too, but it feels like a dysfunctional home, right? Like growing up with an abusive parent. But you love your parent. So even if your parent is abusive, you still come back home. That's all you got. That's all you know. Versus you get taken out of that environment. Maybe you get into foster care, and then this person is an adoptive parent, but your whole life changed because you're not going through it with an abusive parent anymore. You're receiving love. So that love will change you. You understand? It's like that. Like, this masculine had to shift into a different reality, but he had to see things differently. His perspective had to change. He had to come to that understanding because he didn't know what that looked like, what real love looked like. But he recognized it in his soul when he met her, that there was something different and divine about that person. He just couldn't understand what it was and why. And then him being a king of swords, he's very practical about things. He has to study it. So he's going to be slow moving because he's studying the object of his affection. This is also how romantic, chivalrous men were back in the day. They are king of swords. They have a plan because their duty is to provide and protect, create security. So they know, hey Isis, so they know what, my throat's been tripping all day. They know what they're supposed to do. They can tell when they're lacking and that they need to change, but they have to make the decision to do it. And when they do the inner work, they're committed. Then they pursue, because they pursue with intention. Hey Ralph. They pursue with intention, right? So yeah, this masculine's gonna come back and he's gonna fight for the connection. And when he comes in, he's going to give the King of Pentacles. And remember, we had her as the Queen of Pentacles. So it's a love story that was meant to be. And some of you guys already went through this, so you're coming into union with this person. Some of you guys are in the middle point of this storyline. So it's coming together, but it's not there yet. But just keep moving forward. Keep learning your lessons. Keep listening to spirit. When you're told to walk away, walk away. Because it's also a part of them learning their lessons. You both have to be authentic to you. So they have to choose you because their heart authentically wants it. Because they authentically want to move in that direction and that route. They can't have any doubts about you. They can't have any doubts about the connection. If they do, they're not ready. They're not sure. Right? If they're not sure, they're going to hurt you because they're non-committal. They're going to be in and out. But when you meet this person, they will be in an energy where they are non-committal, and then they will grow and become committal for the connection because they are sure that it's their person. The feminine is everything that they wanted. Well, there you go, Miss Queen. Just because he good for the don't mean he good for the soul. No, your words, period, route. I like that one. I like that one. That is true. Exactly. That's what them karmic relationships be. But it's a connection that's going to come together. It was always meant to come together. But see, this is every divine counterpart story. There's going to be conflict with your divine counterpart. But just like the feminine has, like, she grows to an understanding of what she's looking for in a masculine, the masculine also has that about the feminine. So they're going to come to that realization, and they're going to do the work, and it'll come together. Yep, they don't want to let go. They don't. You're just punching the air, period. They are. That's all that anxiety that was going on today. But anyways, you guys, I love you guys. I'm going to do one more video for the Patreon. It's going to probably be done tonight and then uploaded for tomorrow. But I'm going to go do that, and I'm going to take my butt to bed. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Wish me luck that everything works good so I could upload some videos. But yeah, so I could finish out the other 4 zodiacs too. If you guys want zodiac readings, they're on the video tab. So you guys can check those out. All my readings are timeless. Gravitate towards the title. It don't matter when I made the video, because the way I read, it's cycles, it's patterns. So if a video, you gravitate to a video because of the title, just listen to it. We typically do longer videos on the shorter videos are on the video section. Longer videos are always here on the live tab. But if you guys want to get through the videos quickly, you guys can hit it. It's like a little machine. I'm tired. It's the settings button at the top. You hit it. Thank you, Destin. Good night, you guys. You hit it. Not Tinder. I like that. You got all the right words, bro. But you hit it, and then you guys could listen in 2x. My mom was laughing at me the other day because I was listening to something in 2x, and she's like, "What are they saying? Like, how do you understand them?" I'm like, "I could hear them. They're just talking fast." But I get videos done in like 20 minutes if I'm listening to it in 2x. I ain't got the time. I'm always impressed that y'all listen to me talk 2 hours, 3 hours, like just sitting there. I hate lectures, but I be over here giving it, right? So for me, I listen in 2x. So if you guys are like me, y'all could try that. Yeah. But anyways. Uh-oh, you having trouble with Patreon? I'm going to look at it and see if something is going on with it. It's the lip gloss before bed. Me? Oh, I got on lip gloss? Girl, I put on lip gloss in the beginning of this video. I did. And I'll be like, I think it's a routine now. I just be putting on my lip gloss before I come on. My lips don't even be that dry, but I just feel like they be naked. I don't know. But anyways, good night, y'all. Good night, for real. I love you guys, and you guys get some rest, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Kivanti, I'm coming off. This was a good reading, though. You could watch it from the beginning. I'm about to text you back right now. But you can watch it from the beginning. And yeah. But I love you guys. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.